The world had grown still. Not a breeze whispered across the mountains or the sea. The air itself seemed to hold its breath, waiting. And on the horizon, at each corner of the earth, stood 4 colossal angels, their forms like pillars of light stretching into the heavens. Each held back a mighty wind, their wings trembling with the power of restrained destruction. Above the silence, a new radiance rose from the east. From it came another angel, his presence blazing with the mark of eternity, the seal of the living God glimmering in his grasp. His voice thundered across creation, shaking mountains and stirring the hearts of men. "Hold back your power," he cried to the 4 angels. "Do not harm the land or the sea or the trees, not until we have sealed the servants of our God upon their foreheads." And then it began, the sealing. From every tribe of Israel, 12,000 were chosen. Warriors of faith, humble shepherds, mothers, prophets, and children, all marked with the divine seal that shimmered brighter than gold. Judah, Reuben, Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Manasseh, Simeon, Levi, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, Benjamin. Their names echoed through eternity as each tribe received its number, the chosen rising like stars in the darkness. But then, beyond the number, beyond Israel itself, a greater vision unfolded. A multitude beyond counting appeared, stretching from one end of heaven to the other. They came from every nation, every language, every color and tongue. They stood before the throne of God and before the Lamb, clothed in white robes that glowed with purity. In their hands were palm branches, symbols of victory and peace. Their voices rose as one, shaking heaven's gates. "Salvation belongs to our God, who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb." Around them, the angels, the elders, and the 4 living creatures fell to their faces, worshipping with thunderous reverence. "Amen. Praise and glory and wisdom and thanks and honor and power and strength be to our God forever and ever. Amen." Then one of the elders turned to me and said softly, "Do you know who these are, clothed in white?" I could only whisper, "Sir, you know." He smiled, a knowing, gentle light in his eyes. "These are the ones who came out of the great tribulation," he said. "They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb." And as he spoke, the scene transformed. The throne of God blazed brighter, the Lamb stood at its center, and the multitude fell in worship, not with fear, but with peace. There was no hunger, no thirst. The burning sun no longer scorched them, for the Lamb himself had become their shepherd, leading them beside springs of living water. And in that eternal moment, as heaven shone brighter than 1,000 suns, God wiped away every tear from their eyes.